Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here today. We're looking at a book by Pat Buchanan. You know, he's with, does a daily column for hundreds of newspapers around America. He's a commentator. He used to be on Crossfire. He was very well known for that. Ran for president back in the 90s and got quite a few votes as far as in the Republican primaries and that type of thing. And he writes a lot of books. He's, in a sense, similar to Robert Bork in this, just looking at the decline of the West. Now, a lot of people look at him as a racist and a neo-Nazi and all this. And I will say that if he is any of those things, that is deplorable and that is to be abhorred. But you know, when you write so many thousands of articles, you know, you may have written something and you regret later, or maybe he doesn't, I don't know. But anyhow, the observations he makes, let's get back to that, are very poignant. He's very learned. He was in the Nixon administration, so he knows the inner workings of Washington, and he's all for draining the swamp. Whoever gets elected, drain the swamp up there. His basic thing is empires die. And they usually die through decadence, the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. And this is just a look at where America's at on that paradigm. I'm going to read the back part of this. Pax Americana, the era of U.S. global dominance is over. That's pretty true. You can see it, it's gradualism. A struggle for world hegemony among the United States, China, and resurgent Russia and radical Islam has begun. Torn apart by a culture war, America has begun to balkanize and break down along class, cultural, ethnic, and he says racial lines. Free trade is hollowing out U.S. industry, destroying the dollar and plunging the country into permanent dependency and unpayable debt. 1 of every 6 U.S. manufacturing jobs vanished under George Bush. The third world invasion through Mexico is a graver threat to U.S. survival than anything happening in Afghanistan or Iraq. Is our day of reckoning just ahead? So that is his premise. It's a fascinating look. He dedicated to Russell Kirk, who is a great author as well. You might want to, I think he wrote the Conservative Mind, was Russell Kirk. The End of a Unipolar World, The Gospel of George Bush, Imperial Overstretch, Who Shall Inherit the Earth, Deconstructing America, the long march through the institutions is happening right now. Colony of the World, Day of Reckoning. So it's kind of an apocalyptic book. It's a historical look. It's very difficult to argue with a lot of the facts because it's basically what's happening around us. Nobody's against immigration, but the key is illegal immigration. Is our borders meaningless? And is there reciprocation? Can Americans just go to Mexico like Mexicans can come to America and all this? And so, or is America even a country, or is it more a concept? That's something that's very big right now. America's not a country, it's a concept, it's a vision. So anybody can come here, Statue of Liberty, give us, you know, all of this, and don't even go through Ellis Island. Don't be assimilated. Keep your culture as you come here. And, you know, I think you can see that has dangerous implications possibly in it with balkanization and that people not assimilating. So anyhow, God's good, and just know, you know, I'm for immigration. We all immigrated here at some point, unless you're an American Indian, and you probably did too, coming from Noah down to Bering Strait, you know. But love you. Interesting book. God bless you.